5 years ago, Ahmad Style began online. One shirt, one promise. Business with Amanah. Today we're known for custom shirts. To grow, we plan 2 outlets, Kuala Lumpur and Penang, and a women's line. A 300,000 bank loan could fuel that vision. Before submitting anything, I reviewed the books with Ellie. On paper, inventory was far higher than stock on hand. We found our 8,000 tons of fabric missing, and another our 12,000 obsolete, 18 months out of style. Returned defectives and consignment items were recorded like our own assets. Controls were weak. One person received, recorded, stored, and issued, alone. No CCTV. Sales had the same problem. Farah handled payments and manual records solo. Result, a 3,600 cash shortage. Cash sat in unlocked drawers banked weekly. I feel uneasy. The numbers aren't truthful. I've confronted Ellie and Farah, not the bank.
I'm Kishanan Gunasegaran. According to the question 1, I will present the strategies that Ahmad Style Sdn must implement to achieve sustained growth. Firstly, Ahmad Style Sdn needs to strengthen its internal control and governance before expanding to the Kuala Lumpur and Penang branches. Sustained growth cannot be achieved if company continues to face asset losses due to weak stock management. For example, when one staff was responsible for the entire process for receiving goods to accounting, a fabric loss worth 8,000 ringgit could not be properly accounted for. Therefore, segregation of duties is essential to protect the company's 300,000 ringgit from thefts and human error. Secondly, the company should focus on digitalization and automation by replacing manual system with an integrated accounting and inventory system. The use of technology such as point of sales POS allows Ahmad to monitor sales and inventory across branches in real time. This also helps prevent issues such as unexplained 600 cash difference which occur due to manual recording. In addition, installing CCTV cameras in store increase transparency and improve control over stock handling and daily operation. Furthermore, Ahmad Style Sdn must know its market through value-based branding. Before operating new branches, proper marketing researches must be conducted to understand current trends. Previously, focusing on only one market segment resulted in purchasing of 12,000 ringgit worth of outdated fabric which could have been avoided. Lastly, the company must emphasize human capital development through the concept of Aadab. Employees should be trained to be honest, responsible, and trustworthy as they play a key role in protecting company assets. In conclusion, strong internal control, digital system, market researchers, and ethical employees are crucial for Ahmad Style Sdn's long-term success.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and hi, my name is Nurul Syafiqah binti Hazilmi and my metric number is 312897. Today I would like to present the question 2 and 3 for part A, which is entrepreneurial and strategic thinking. For question 2, during the review of the financial records of Ahmad Style Sdn, several accounting issues were identified that significantly affect the accuracy of the financial statements. Firstly, inventory was recorded even though the goods had not yet been received. This caused inventory and accounts payable to be overstated, which gave a misleading picture of the company financial position. Secondly, there was missing inventory worth 8,000 suspected to be taken by brokers. If this loss is not adjusted, inventory and net profit will be overstated, reducing the reliability of the financial statements. Next, obsolete inventory worth 12,000 was not written down to net realizable value (NRV). This violates the prudence principle because assets are reported higher than their actual value. In addition, consignment inventory that belonged to the supplier was wrongly recorded as company inventory. This overstates total asset and does not reflect true ownership. There was also a cash shortage of 3,600 between manual records and physical cash. As a result, the cash balance shown in the balance sheet is inaccurate. Lastly, a deposit in transit of 5,200 was recorded without bank statement support, causing the bank balance to be misleading. Overall, these issues highlight serious weakness in internal control and must be corrected to ensure accurate and reliable financial statements. Question 3. Before expanding the business, Ahmad needs to evaluate several key business risks faced by Ahmad Style Sdn. Firstly, operational risks arise due to weak internal controls. There is a lack of segregation of duties where one staff handles the store operations and Farah manages both sale and cash collection without supervision. This situation increased the risk of theft, as seen in the loss of inventory worth 8,000 and cash shortage of 3,600, especially without CCTV monitoring. Secondly, financial risks involve the company's ability to repay a 300,000 bank loan. Inaccurate financial records such as the 5,200 deposit record without bank confirmation may cause banks to lose confidence and expose the company to excessive debt. Next is market risk, which relates to changes in customer preferences and fashion trends. The company invests 80,000 in fabric stock without proper sales forecasting, resulting in obsolete inventory worth 12,000. This shows the risk of capital being tied up in unsold goods. Finally, ethical risks arise when management is tend to manipulate financial records to support expansion plans. These actions can damage the company's reputation and reduce trust from customers, suppliers, and financial institutions. In conclusion, these risks must be properly managed before Ahmad proceed with business expansion.
Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. My name is Aina Safura binti Muhammad Safa Yusni and my metric number is 312925. For question 4, I will discuss how good governance and internal control can strengthen Ahmad business expansion plan. Firstly, segregation of duty is an important internal control that helps reduce the risk of frauds and human error. By assigning different responsibilities to different staff members, Ahmad can ensure that no single employee has full control over a transaction. For instance, employee who receive inventory should not be responsible for updating accounting records, while cashier should not perform cash reconciliation alone. This creates an effective system of checks and balance, which is crucial when opening new branches. Secondly, the use of technology and automation improve accuracy and efficiency in business operations. By implementing POS system and integrate inventory software, Ahmad can obtain real-time financial information to support better decision-making. In addition, the installations of CCTV and the use of barcode scanners help monitor daily operations, reduce theft, and minimize stock and cash discrepancies. Lastly, regular reconciliation and the applications of prudence accounting principles strengthen financial control. Bank reconciliations and independent physical stock accounts allow discrepancy to be detected promptly. Furthermore, writing down damaged inventory and separating consignment stock ensure that financial statements reflect the true value of assets. This transparency increases confidence among stakeholders such as banks and suppliers. In conclusion, through segregations of duties, the use of technology, and regular reconciliation support by prudence accounting, good governance can significantly strengthen Ahmad expansion plan and support long-term business stability.
In this presentation, I will discuss the ethical dilemmas faced by Ahmad, where business grow conflict with the integrity. This issue will be explained using the concept of Aadab. Firstly, financial misstatement. Ahmad faced a financial misstatement involving inventory and asset. Some inventory is recorded in advance. Defective items are still listed as a stock and consignment goods are wrongly treated as a company owned. Ahmad must be decide whether to leave this error to secure a RM 300,000 ringgit bank loan or to correct the records, which will reduce profit and asset value. According to the concept of Aadab, significantly discipline, Ahmad must be prioritize honesty and correct the records immediately, even if it delay business expansions. Secondly, unresolved cash shortage. Discover a cash shortage RM 300,000 between sales, records and actual cash. He faced a dilemma whether to ignore the issue to maintain a clean record for the bank or to investigate further, which may expose internal fraud based on Adab moral conduct, also known as amanah. Ahmad should uphold trust and integrity by investigating the shortage and improving internal control to ensure transparency. Lastly, impairment of asset. Ahmad realized that 12,000 ringgit worth of old fabric has not been used or sold for nearly 80 months. He must decide whether to ignore the decline in value to keep profit high or to recognize the impairment. According to the concept of Adab, particularly taqwa or divine accountability, Ahmad must be write down the asset to its net realizable value in the with the prudence principle. In conclusion, Ahmad's dilemma highlight the importance of Adab in business decision making. By practicing discipline, amanah and taqwa, Ahmad can ensure ethical conduct, long-term sustainability and trust in the business operation.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Wan Suzila binti Wan Ibrahim, metric number 312926. For this group project, I will be presenting on number 6 and number 8. If we were in Ahmad's position, I will emphasize honesty in financial reporting by revealing the company's true financial position by making correction to all incorrect record or information before submitting a loan application. For example, we will reconcile the missing inventory amounting to RM 8,000, less than the value of old clothes by RM 12,000, and admitted to the losing of cash of 3,600, even though this action lowered the company's profit because this is important to prevent fraud and maintain transparency. In addition, we will strengthen trust by implementing effective internal control, such as segregation of duties between stock management and account recording. Other than that, we would provide the installation of physical control such as CCTV and a daily cash management system align with the principle of trust and kindness, which require leaders to protect business assets and protect employees from slander. Last but not least, we will prioritize the blessing rather than material growth only by accepting any bank decision without manipulating accounts for immediate approval of loan. Instead, looking for halal financings where or adjusting the scale of expansion according to actual capabilities based on the principle of taqwa so that the business integrity continue to be maintained and is pleasing to Allah SWT.
7. How does fear of God, taqwa, influence ethical business decision in this case? Taqwa is used as a moral compass on Ahmad. It drives him to tell the truth rather than the convenience in his bank loan application of 300,000 ringgit. A business owner who lets such God consequences may be tempted to over-report the asset to make ends meet. But by taqwa, Ahmad is able to realize that more inventory number or gharar, that is cheating. He knows that a loan that was acquired with deceit does not possess barakah or godly blessing. This understanding is what caused him to declare the actual net realizable value of all coals and to account honestly stock shortage, which is undermining his original offer. The concept of amanah or trustworthiness transformed in Ahmad with the help of taqwa. It is not merely a philosophical concept, but it is a hard and fast rule of action. He understands that some of his major failure in his responsibility as a leader is the failure to have internal control in a place to avoid situation where one employee is left in charge of the whole inventory process and is still relying on manual record of cash. He is aware that he is also ultimately accountable to God over the resources that he is in charge of. This makes him work on these weaknesses. He will not desire to lose more money and disrespect the trust of his suppliers, investors, and employees. Regarding the halal growth, taqwa directs Ahmad to appreciate the moral origin of his growth rather than its pace and magnitude. He understands that in case his new outlet in Kuala Lumpur and Penang are based on the dishonest financial reporting, it will render the success of its outlet unethical. Ahmad demonstrates sabar or patience and a powerful faith in divine providence by resolving to correct his accounting record first before taking any action to expand. He believes in doing things right instead of taking shortcuts in order to achieve success. Finally, taqwa is an internal auditor of the soul to Ahmad, which guides him on self-discipline and adab. The pain that he experienced is an indication of his conscience, and he is on the edge to investigate the stolen cash and close to the adil or justice in his organization. Rather than he should disregard these discrepancies either out of fear or convenience, his estimation of God lead him to amend the oversight disregard. This move will shield his employees against the urge of evil and maintain the image of his company as a sign of his adherence to a clean and decent manner.
Moving on, question 8. What would you feel if you were Ahmad, pressured by business goal but aware of moral consequences? If I were Ahmad, I would be feeling very conflicted and emotionally weighed down. On the one hand, I would be under pressure, anxiousness, and fear of failure as the expansion of the business is the result of years of effort put into this venture. The motivation to get the bank loan to expand his company would leave him feeling so anxious due to the fact that if he delays, he might stall the process. On the other hand, I could experience feeling of guilt, discomfort, and moral turpitude because I am aware of the fact that the financial statements are untrustworthy and can be misleading. The knowledge that the stock of inventory as well as cash are an amanah for me could bring feeling of responsibility towards the bank, my business associates, but also towards God. This moral turmoil arising out of the force of ambitions versus the need for integrity could create psychological upheavals for me. If I am also aware of the moral implication of my action, thereby making it impossible for me to proceed as I wish without resolving the wrongdoing.